Hi student, welcome to SPI Edutech. This is me SPR. Today we're going to see about editorial analysis of the day. We're going to take an article that has been provided in the editorial. We will be detailing analyzing the situation, what is present in that editorial. Today we're going to see about the situation in the Myanmar. This editorial is about Myanmar situations and desperate measures. Desperate measure means the measures that is having a little hope, which means these are not creating any hope and this is also creating a negativity among the people. So what is the desperate measures that is present over the Myanmar that we'll be looking into it. This subject or this editorial analysis will be two perspective of learning. That is, one is that you will be learning more vocabulary. So you'll be learning more vocabulary that will be building your knowledge in the examination. That will be more helpful in your examination. And another thing is subject oriented, which will be more helpful for your UPSC. Okay guys, let me take you to the top subject over here. Myanmar junta is only creating a matters of the resistance through its repressions. So let me have a brief explanation of what is the situation over Myanmar. So Myanmar situation is now a military government has formed, and military government was a military government has overtaken the government that was elected. So elected government by the people. So people elect the government, and the elected government was in rule. Aung San Suu Kyi was ruling this government which was elected by the people. But the military has coup on February 2021, the military has couped the so-called government and they had taken over the control. So this is what the situation present in the Myanmar now. Now we should get into the topic. You'll be understanding everything in clear. Okay guys, see here. Myanmar junta is only creating matters of resistance through its repression. So here Myanmar junta. What is Myanmar junta? Junta means what? Junta means a government. See here, a government that is formed by the force or military is called as the junta. So Myanmar's junta means which Myanmar's military government is called as the junta. It's only creating a matters of resistance. So here, if a military government has formed, the people will be resisting and fighting against the government. So the matters are created, which means a person with a purpose fighting for the some reason, but he loses his life is called as the matter. And also repressions. How the military is ruling, it is through repression, which means military is controlling the government and people, and then it is establishing its own rule. By executing the 4 political prisoners, defying all the international appeals, Myanmar's junta has sent a clear message to both the critics abroad and also resistance at home that it has no plans for political settlements. So here, 4 political prisoners has been executed, which means killed by the government, so-called military, Myanmar's junta, so that they had sent a message to the worldwide. Also, there are many international appeals that kindly get down and give a way to the democratic government of the Myanmar, but this is not happening. So they, by this killing, they had clearly sent a message to the world and also the home, those who are resisting against the so-called military, that it has no any plans for political settlements. We are not into the terms. That was the thing. They had clearly sent a message here. The military Tatmadaw, which seized the power on February 2021 through a coup unseating the elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi, has unleashed repression measures even since. Okay, here let me tell you in a simple manner. Okay guys, see here, what do you mean Tadmataw? Who is this Tadmataw? Tadmataw is a military head. See here, Tadmataw means he is a military head of the Burma, or military head of the Myanmar is called as the Tadmataw. He had took the power on February 2021 through coup. What is this coup? Coup means something that is taken with a force, which means government. So a people's elected government is overthrown by the military. So overthrown by the military, then it is called as the coup. So this military has overthrown the government which has been formed by the people's vote. Aung San Suu Kyi was the head of the government. She was overthrown, and then there is a continuous repression measures has been happening in the Myanmar. And next we shall get into here. It arrested more than 14,000 political prisoners, and over 11,000 are still in prison. More than 2,000 civilians has been killed. Thousands of houses has been burnt, rendering millions of homeless. Mesuki has been convicted of. Okay, let me come to this next. So here. See here, what is the situation over there? See here, because of the repression measures, more than 14,000 prisoners has been arrested. Political prisoners has been arrested. 11,000 members are still in the prison. And also there are, what is the situation of the civilians? More than 2,000 civilians has been killed, and also thousands of the houses has been burnt, which is a horrible situation over there. And also millions of people are staying homeless. This is also a saddening situations over there. Then we come to here. So here, Suki has been convicted of dozens of phony cases? You need to know what is the phony cases. In a secret trials and sentenced to the jail of 11 years of imprisonment. Now let me come over here, guys. What is this phony cases? Phony cases means false charges. Phony charges means it's a false. Phony means what? It is false. Something they are charging wrongly. So false charges is called as a phony charges. And also the military has slapped her with many other charges that with convictions from General Kangaroo Court. You need to know what is this kangaroo court, sir. Could effectively keep her in prison for the rest of her life. So now two things. She has been arrested and charged of false cases, and again now she has been convicted by kangaroo courts. Now you need to know what is this kangaroo. Okay, kangaroo courts. Kangaroo courts means that is not legally established. The courts that is not abiding the law. See here, if a court is there, it follows a law and order and also follows the constitution, and it will be formally clearly ordered and maintained. But this kangaroo courts is similar to court that is not orderly manner. It is against the law, that doesn't follow any particular set of orders or law, is called as the kangaroo courts. Okay, it will be to the individual's need. So which means individual will be establishing according to his will. Okay, next, but despite the repressive measures, the junta has not managed to establish a semblance of order. So even they had made many repressive measures, they are unable to make the order, which means there is no things that they had achieved what they had planned. Those they are unable to achieve the calm and order that they had planned. While in the past, pro-democratic activists followed the non-violent means of protesting against the military rulers, now they had built a violent underground movement, and also joined hands with the country's ethnic rebels who have been fighting the juntas for decades. Here, previously, pro-democratic activists were opting the non-violent mode, so the military is happy. But now the situation is different. They are opting underground movements and also violent movements, which is creating a havoc to them and the ethnic rebels. So there is a ethnic rebels belonging to the Myanmar. They were continuously protesting against the military of the so-called Myanmar. So now this pro-democracy also joined hands with this ethnic rebels that had created a more difficult for the military to maintain it. So this has caused significant losses to the military, which is seeing more ambushes, sniper attacks. Okay, so now the military has also facing a significant losses. Now we need to know what is this ambushes. Ambushes means sudden attack. So sudden attack means without any notice, suddenly a vehicle will be moving on. Suddenly from nowhere people come and attack and just kill the people. So this is called as the so-called ambushes. So here ambushes are regularly happening over there. The execution of the political prisoners, one of them of a former lawmaker, is an act of desperation by dispensation that is being increasingly common. See here, recently the political lawmaker has been killed and executed, and that has creating a negative connotation to the people. So this has sending a message that people are losing hope on the present day so-called Myanmar government. Myanmar has seen a rare period of stability and economic growth when Miss Suki was running the government. So already previously Suki was running the government. At that time also there is no any stability or economic growth in Myanmar. So from the beginning itself, Myanmar is facing many other issues of the governance. And also here the military has agreed to an experiment. So previously this was not stable, but military has agreed for experimenting quasi democracy when it found the status quo unsustainable. So here status quo means the present situation is considered as the a present situation of a place is considered as the status quo. The military previously agreed that okay, we shall work together. Quasi means what? Quasi democracy means now the government will be having the full power, also the military also will be having the power. So quasi democracy is not a successful concept, and that doesn't work that much efficiently. People elected government will be there, but this also will be having equal power with the military. So that is a failure model, and also it is not that much successful. So but they opted for the method, but that was not unsustainable, which means it is not for the long duration time. And next, but the experiment lasted 10 years as the military became increasingly threatened by Mitsuki's growing popularity. See here, the Mitsuki is getting popular worldwide and also in the country. This has created an insecurity among the so-called military government over there. So they are increasingly threatened. So they will lose their power. So they had overtaken. So by staging the coup, it did not end the democratic experiment, but also sought to remove the potential threats to the military grip in power. See here, They didn't even they did not only break this experiment, but also they had started killing the potential threats of the military groups, which means here military need to govern the Myanmar. So if they need to govern, so they need to kill the or eliminate the persons those who are creating or hindering or threats to the government. But not everything moved as per plan. The government generals have captured the power, but they have not presided over a different Myanmar. There is no different Myanmar itself. So even the military has taken the control, but there is no changes over the Myanmar. There is same chaotic situations over there. The country's economy is free fall in contracted 18% last year, and GDP in this year expected to be 13% lower than 2019 according to the World Bank. See, based on the World Bank data, it has provided that the country's economy is freely falling. It's 18% in the last year, and the GDP they are calculating is expected to fall by 13%, which means compared to the 2019 levels, it is 13% less according to the World Bank. The regime is facing armed resistance in countryside, civil resistance in the cities. See here, not only in the cities, countryside means in rural and interior places, they are facing many armed resistance by the local people. The national unity governments, there is a form of national unity government, alternative administration established by the so-called junta, but it is facing a resistance from the people. People are resisting. People said, no, I don't need such a government which lacks international recognition, has lost half of the country's rebels, which execution with the execution of political prisoners. The Tamatau, one of the most consistent enemies of the human freedom and dignity. See here, he is continuously, the junta or the so-called Tamatau is killing the people or those who are political prisoners, those who are against the military government. So if you go on killing the people and also you are crushing the persons those who are against you or fighting against you, and you consider them as the enemies, all your enemies you are eliminating. So this has created continuously public the loss in their spirit, which means a public are losing the trust in the government. They have some sort of little trust over there, that too has been lost by trying to do so, creating four matters of the resistance. Its tactics are helping neither the power hungry generals nor the people of the Myanmar. So such things are happening. This doesn't benefit any of the people, which means it is not even benefiting the people of the Myanmar. Also, it is not benefiting any of the power hunger governor generals of the Myanmar. Okay, guys, this is the article about Myanmar. For more updates, kindly stay tuned. This is me, SPR, signing off. Kindly comment if you are viewing, if you want to view regularly, because number of persons, if number of viewers are increasing, then I can continue the series. Then or not, we can discontinue. Okay, guys, thank you. Thanks for watching. This is me, SPR, signing off. Have a nice day.